I like the metaphor that the gentleman uses on The Secret where he says, imagine, there's that blade of grass and the seed breaks and it's coming up and it's about to come up through the ground, and all of a sudden you give up on it and it goes, okay, and it just goes back down. Think about all the life experiences. I used to watch people at bus stops when I used to have to take the bus all the time, and I'd be in between cars. And the person would light up a cigarette, and sure enough, that bus would show up. And they'd have to snub out their whole cigarette. It's always when we just about ready to give up. As a matter of fact, there's a great video out online. It's called 212 degrees or something like that. And at 212 degrees, water is hot, but at 213 it boils. Then when it boils, there's steam, and then the steam is powerful. And then it showed Indianapolis 500, and it showed Olympic races, and how it's less than a second that so many gold medals were won, so many races were won. It's that little bit extra. So frustration and doubt and impatience is what? Negative energy, low vibration. So it's a matter of staying positive to it and knowing that where are you going anyway? What do you have to lose?
What are your options?
You're going to swim halfway across the lake and swim back?
How about determining ahead of time the how and the when you will attract what you want?
Oh.
Bad, right?
I think it was Dr. Robert Anthony that I heard say, one of the parts to add to your personal, let's just say, affirmations about attraction is I allow the universe to orchestrate all the details to bring me everything that I desire. We don't create, for instance, my own experience. I never contacted NBC and got on Dateline. It fell in my lap. People always ask me, how'd you do that? I never contacted Harvard University and got to speak at Harvard Medical School. These things come to you. Let the universe do what it does, because it can make things happen that you could never, ever figure out ever in your life.
And if you're focusing all your energy on the hows and the whens, and you're putting this whole predetermined notion into what you want, then you're limiting other wonderful things that could happen in other wonderful ways.
That's right. That's right. Why restrict?
And that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, you're creating, you're saying this is how we want it to be. Well, why restrict any opportunity of what could come your way in whatever way it could come?
Yeah. How about allowing your emotions to be led by external evidence? This is when people tend to give up. It says here, because their experience of reality is different than what they're trying to attract. They allow themselves to feel frustrated because they're not attracting what they think they should attract. And of course the frustration starts attracting more frustration.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
Well, because it's not the way they expected it to happen. It wasn't in their plan. But it's not our plan. It's up to us to focus on what we desire and then open our arms to accept.
And the less you try to control. I mean, our only responsibility is to put the request in and to feel it emotionally as strongly as we can.
Imagine a couple wanting a baby. Do they get frustrated if they say, well, that isn't the size I wanted, nor the color hair I wanted, or those aren't the eyes that I was expecting? Yeah. They put in their request. Yeah. What they receive is blessing.
Yeah. Number 5, not taking care of your limiting beliefs that run at a deeper level.
That's where we come in, huh?
That's where we come in, right? Deeper level meaning subconscious, right?
People don't realize that sometimes when the attraction isn't happening and they feel that everything's in play, well, there may be past deep programming that blocks you from really being open to accept it. Like, no, that's not me. Right. It's like, well, why not? I had to get over that myself. Right. So we have these past beliefs and these programming that are deep subconscious patterns. And if we don't work with them and get past them, then our vibration is just going to hit this brick wall. It's kind of like a layer of cement holding all that energy down instead of allowing it to vibrate up.
Right. And with hypnosis, we can just get there and help people to resolve that conflict.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
And that's one of the ways that I keep that vibration happening is through self-hypnosis daily, as we teach our clients to do. Right. Because we want to empower people that way. Or if it isn't such a specific goal intent process, as we know self-hypnosis being more than meditation, even if you meditate on it, a lot of times those past feelings and thoughts that you didn't realize were there will surface. Right. No, I'm over that. You're probably not.
Right.
You're probably
And when
not.
we're balanced, as a therapist in this field, when we're balanced, centered, and focused, and relaxed, and practice what we preach, it just flows to the clients that we sit with.
I think that's so important.
Things are really going well, huh? The universe is taking good care of Tom Nicoli.
The way I look at it, Paul, is God helps those who help themselves. You know, that's another thing, action. That's one of the pillars that go along with feelings and thoughts is action. We can't sit around and wait.
Right.
You know, people think, okay, I'm thinking positive, I'm feeling it, where is it?
Yeah.
Well, take some action, because if, let's say the opportunity's waiting right around the corner, but you're not willing to just walk and look around the corner or start, you know, doing things to put yourself in the position in order to receive.
Joe Vitale mentions that in The Secret. When you have the impulse, when you have the inkling that it's time to do something, you need to do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Put yourself in position to begin to receive what you're looking for.
Put yourself in position.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Without necessarily controlling it or trying to anticipate it.
Oh,
but
we
just
don't control anything.
act it. No, we don't, do we?
No, we don't.
No.
You know what I tell people? If we controlled anything, willpower would work, and we'd all be what we want to be, but guess what? We're not. And when's the last time willpower worked long-term without struggle?
Willpower is just that conflict between conscious and subconscious, right? That's all willpower is.
Live smarter, not harder.
Right. Subconscious always wins.
Yep, exactly.
Always.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that willpower, conscious, analytical thinking mind that when you got that powerful, very subtle, intuitive feeling, you go, no. Because you analyzed over it. Then after, even though you've done this probably 3,000 times in your life, you regretted it and said, oh, I wish I went with my first thought. I knew I should have gone with my gut feeling. Well, when are people finally going to say, though it doesn't seem to make sense at the moment, I know from history, I know from experience, I should follow this. And I've done that. I mean, I've done things like, I don't know what this is going to lead to, and sometimes it doesn't seem to lead to anything, but it hasn't caused me any harm. But sometimes it's actually turned out to be something that a month or 2 months down the road, I was so grateful that I followed that instinctive feeling when I got it.
Yeah, very cool. This is exciting stuff. I'm really glad that you stopped by. Our time is...
I love coming by.
This is great. So that's pretty much it for tonight. I want to thank you for watching. This has been Healthy Hypnosis. I'm Paul Gustafson, and we'll see you next time.